What's going on, dudes and dudettes? I wanted to do one more video on the great guitar build off of 2021. Of course, I wanted to milk another video and give you guys some feedback and do my judge's choice. So I posted those two videos originally, and honestly, I caught a ton more grief from folks than I thought I would. I didn't watch the videos, I didn't know what was going on. I was kind of offended by those comments. I am spending a lot of time looking at these guitars and giving some pretty open and honest critiques. I'm also trying to be nice. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, and my channel has always been about sort of growth and lessons learned. And I just did not appreciate some of the attacks from folks, too specifically on some of the commentary that I had to delete. So I just wanted to post a video on a couple things to help you guys for next year and sort of temper your expectations of this contest. It's a bunch of dudes, for the most part, building guitars in their basement, and you're getting voted on by other dudes building guitars in their basement or in their shop. Crimson Guitars is doing an awesome job of managing this. If someone enters the kit or scratch build and they've got 20,000, 30,000 subscribers and they post a video and they get votes, that's kind of the way it happens. I did like the fact that people could vote for multiple entries. I did not like some of the rumors I heard about vote harvesting, but in the end of the day, that's kind of what's going to happen in any of these contests. Texas Toast won last year, and I don't think it changed his life all that much. I took second, didn't see all that. So as you're doing this, remember, it's like when you go to NAMM, it's a bunch of dudes walking around after drinking the night before, and it's not always what you expect, especially my last year going. Just to be clear, for the top 20 guitars that were given to me by Crimson Guitars, I watched every one of those videos. I watched some of the other videos about building it. I really put the time and effort into judging what I got. So, like I said, I'll go through my judges' picks here in a second. I do apologize for not having ranked those original 5 to begin with, but I kind of misread the email, and that's on me. So I do apologize as I posted that first video that maybe I didn't 100% roll with it, but I did look at every video, and then even as I was looking at the ones I'm going to show here in a second, I spent a lot of time doing this. This is why my channel, I haven't posted a lot of videos as of late, because I spent time to give you guys some feedback and really look into this. So just temper your expectations. A couple bits of feedback on this that I read from a couple of you guys is take a picture with a white background. Throw a white sheet down, go outside, take a picture. It's easier for us to see some of the details that way. And then when you do your final video, keep it short, walk through the guitar, and do a demo. I don't need to see 25 minutes of you building the final process with just music. I don't really have all that time, but I do want to see you holding the guitar and talking through some of the details, because I can pause and look as you're talking at something and see if that center line is straight and that bridge post meets right in the middle. And some of the top 10 did not have that, and that's why they didn't make the top 5. That, for me, is usually a killer. So let's go into the judge's choice for the scratch and the kit build. Alright, so we're going to go through and just give some commentary on some of the guitars that I picked going through the scratch build and the kit build. I am missing 2 guitars from the scratch build that I really liked. I don't know where they disappeared to in my bookmark, but we'll start with Ash Finlayson, sorry. I gotta say, I love the coloring of this guitar. It is absolutely beautiful. Being a wood grain guy, that top just takes me to I love it. I love it. I really do. I just think this was a really nicely done guitar. I thought it looked pretty. As a guitar overall, I would want to play this. It's just really nicely done. You guys can see in this photo how nice the fretwork is done. It just looks beautiful. Nice side binding on the neck. It's a nice guitar. This is really a nice guitar. It's really nicely done. I love that color. So we'll get to Jeff Pierce. And Jeff, I love this guitar as well. Just beautiful. Built on a 63 split window Corvette sort of design. My only commentary on this guitar was I thought some of the lines were a little bit too thick. And I don't know if you can fully read that out, but like I thought the silver pieces could be just slightly thinner. But this guitar should have been a top 10. It is beautiful. It is a way interesting design. It really stands out in that crowd of that top 10. Look at that. It's beautiful. It is really one of the nicest guitars I've seen in a long time. You know, it's the lines of it, the color scheme, the wood choices, really nicely done. I thought this was a cool guitar. Hadrian Hobru. I know I butchered that name. Again, this is another awesome guitar. The LED lights is something I've been playing with for a while. I have not gotten it done right, but the way these pictures were taken with the lighting is gorgeous. This guitar for sure should have been a top 10. There is nothing in the competition that is like this. It is futuristic and done so well. This is one of the guitars that I want to play. I love this guitar. It looks awesome. Jeff Prolu, I think that's the right way. This is actually a really interesting design. I'm a little bit worried about the way the wood strips and if this would crack from playing, but I do love that design. It is such a cool, unique look. It is really it's really well executed, and it's cool. This one was a really cool design. I don't know if it would have been a top 10, but I saw this and was like, I gotta call this out. It was just so nicely designed. Great wood coloring, great wood grain. Love it. And then I wanted to call this one out because of the lines. And this is one of those things that you guys got to look for as you're building. The lines on this guitar are exquisite. And that's one of the things I look for when I see nice design guitars. I'm not 100% fan of the coloring, but I love the design and the way he feathered these edges or sort of sliced these edges down. It looks so unique. And of course he called out my name, so I got to call him out. No, in all seriousness, this is just a really nice, unique guitar. I love the headstock where the strings get buried in it. That's something I saw in the bass that was in the top 10. I really like this design. It's really cool. And like I said, I don't like fan frets, but the design of this was outstanding. It really was a nice guitar. This one, again, didn't understand how it didn't make the top 10. It is a highly designed guitar. This thing is beautiful. The lines on this guitar are awesome. It's the top of this has all been carved in, and I just don't know how this one didn't make it. It's beautiful. The back looks outstanding. This is almost an art piece guitar. Similar to the LED one, this is worthy of the top 10. It's beautiful. Really love the lines of this guitar. A unique shape carried through that back tail stop piece. The design of this was awesome. Really well done. I watched David's Row video on this because I wanted to see how this was done. I love the shape. Very unique shape. I love the epoxy in it. The one thing that kind of killed it, though, was the coloring. Sorry, David. I love the guitar. I love the burl. I just think the colors were a little bit untraditional for this contest. I think it just kind of got lost. I think if you had colored the top and then left the ash without a color, I think that may have done it. I think it maybe just got lost slightly. But the way you put this together and the shape really was killer. It definitely was. The one unique thing I saw that I kind of called out in some of these videos is you guys got to do something with the fretboard. You got to add some embellishments or something. You got to add that extra step. He's got some extra pieces from the burl. Maybe he could have done that as some of the inlays in the fretboard. But this is really a cool design, really awesome shape, and the way he dropped this in, David, was really cool. Native Aron. Again, I'm probably butchering these names. Man, this thing is beautiful. Look at the lines on this guitar. And I hate headless guitars. I do. But this thing is unbelievable. Look at this. It's beautiful. This is artwork. This should have been the top 10 as well. I love this design. I love the fretboard, how it matches the body. The cutoff on the headstock matches the inlays to some degree. And then he's got these really cool, I don't even know what you call that, really cool bridge. The top is beautiful. This scared me a little bit. I know that's just the coloring of the wood. That was maybe the only negative I see on this guitar. But man, what a design. Really well done. James, I looked at this guitar and I gotta tell you, this is beautiful. Again, this could have been a top 10 as well. The design, the shape, unique, carried it through the headstock, unique inlays. Very simplistic to some degree in terms of overall design, but I think it just was so well put together. Custom output jack, which that's a big deal, guys. That is one of those finishing touches on these guitars that makes a difference. The point of the fretboard is exactly in the middle of where the strings are. That's a big deal. That is a big deal. Those are the things I've been looking for when I was watching going through these picks and looking at the videos. Love that volute as well. I mean, that's killer. This was a really pretty guitar. I really like this one. And Gary, this guitar is obviously close to my heart. That's one of the giveaway tops, guys, if you don't remember. I saw it and I was like, oh, that's beautiful. And then I remember it was one of the tops I gave away. But this is really unique, nicely done, lightened up. The only thing I didn't like was the headstock. I didn't like that design. That's just like a personal preference. Nice volute, nice multiple stripes. But the coloring was awesome. The one thing is we got to have truss rod covers and we've got to have some inlays or design into the body from the guitar. That's one thing that I got to call out is we got to keep that consistent from the guitar. So Gary, if you had taken through some of these ridges that you ran and did that as an inlay, or you took this shape and put it in the fretboard, I think that would have definitely sealed the deal. But I love the coloring of this. I love the walnut. This is near and dear to my heart, man. Beautiful. So if you're looking at guitars and you're wondering why they didn't make the top 10, this one blows my mind. I didn't understand how this didn't make it in. Philip, this is a beautiful guitar. It's really well executed. Just amazing. Look at the detail work on the cutaway. Amazing. Carries that up to the headstock as well. Oh, people high when they were looking at these, like, beautiful. He's got professional pictures as well. This is one of the ones that really struck me as why wasn't it in the top 10. Love this guitar. Really beautifully done. Rich, this guitar is awesome. I've commented on Rich's stuff before on Instagram. I think this was one of the nicest custom built guitars I've seen in a long time. This shape is unique. The cutaways are unique. This is it. This is one of those guitars that really kind of breaks away out of the different molds that are out there. And the back is beautiful. Look at that. Cutaways with the offset. Headstock is nice. Really unique design. Gary, I think the only thing that held you back, or Rich, the only thing that held you back was I think you needed a more highly figured top with a little bit more coloring. I think that's the only thing that kind of bit you on this, because I love this guitar. I love this design. I've commented on it before. This is awesome. This is awesome. And then what I think, honestly, might have been my winner, Ty. This guitar, the amount of work Ty put into this is unbelievable. He cut up a bunch of highly figured tops to make sort of a spider web. And then he stained it. and it is way unique. Look at that. It's beautiful. He did some sort of I don't know what he had some sort of inlay, which I told him I really didn't like. I thought if he had cut the used the cutouts as the inlay, sort of the same shape in the fretboard, that might have been it. This guitar is beautiful. I'm going to play this guitar. I'm going to play this guitar. This is really it. I mean, this is something that I would do, so it's hard for me not to love it. Beautiful guitar, nice flute. This is like a amazing looking guitar. I love this guitar. This might have been it for me, to be quite honest. But again, think about what I build and what I do. This is it. The amount of time and effort to do these cutouts and veneer are amazing. For me personally, I do like neck pickups more so than bridge pickups. So I probably would have had 2 pickups, and then I didn't like the output jack. I thought something could have been done a little bit more custom, and I probably would have done knobs that match the top. I think that's one of the things that puts it over the edge. So those are my couple guitars in the scratch build that I wanted to call for you guys and just say looked awesome and give some credit where it's due. These then are some of the kit guitars that I went through, and the kit voting I think was much better than the scratch voting, to be quite honest. I saw this from Daniel, and this is a really nice artist series type of guitar. Really well done, way unique. I kind of want to talk to Daniel about something I have in my head involving a Indian headdress in that shape. Really cool, really nicely done. Tobias, I actually watched your video doing this. I think it was really cool. I don't like resin guitars at all. I don't like them. They're too heavy, but this was really pretty. This was really pretty. Look at this back. Man, that's nicely done. I just think this was a really nicely done guitar. I love the way this looks. The chips make it work. This is definitely worthy of the top 10. And Bill Taylor, this was a fan fret kit, and I gotta say the design you have here is awesome. The lines that you carry through on this guitar are really well done. This is really cool. This was a really nice homemade shape. It just works, and I wanted to call you out. That looked really good. And then lastly, Johnny. I don't know how you didn't make it into the top 10. This is really outstanding. The design of this guitar is really beautiful. And I also love Art Deco. I was in Miami a couple months ago, and I always wanted to figure out how to transfer that to a guitar. I guess maybe this is it. I guess to some degree. I love this look. This is really just pretty. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Pretty. The lines of this are beautiful. Really well done, nicely designed guitar. I like this. I love the headstock. I love the embellishments. You have got a really unique eye, Johnny. I love it. So those are my judge's choice. Ty might have had it. In terms of my heart, I really do love this guitar. You know, obviously it's something that I do every day. So thanks for watching, guys and gals. Really had a good time judging this. Credit to Crimson Guitars. He did a great job running this. It is difficult. We are doing this for fun, so please be kind as we're leaving feedback for everyone. We will see you in the next video. Thank you.